There was a strong sense of destiny when you were thrust into the presidency on the back of your parents' legacy. How do you think your parents would feel about your performance as president so far?
Well, my parents have, how should I put it? They've always tried to push us harder than what we achieve. So I'm sure that they will be pointing out things that could have been done better or faster or more efficiently. But if they were conversing by themselves, then they, I think, would be smiling to each other that they raised me up properly.
Sir, you made it very clear that you are aware of who is behind your father's killing. Are you prepared to name them?
Our Supreme Court has said that it was a government conspiracy. And at that point in time, effectively, we were a dictatorship. And at the end of the day, the nemesis is Mr. Marcos. So can I say with certainty that he ordered it? I don't have the evidence for it. But he was presiding over a system of governance that instead of protecting its people, became the subjugators of its people. So he fostered the system that allowed the assassination of my father to happen.
It almost seems like then the Marcoses have gotten away with it.
In the recovery of wealth, there has been a substantial recovery of wealth. One concept that perhaps not too many people know is who actually knows all of the wealth that Mr. Marcos is supposed to have absconded. Probably just Mr. Marcos.
What are the biggest challenges other than corruption in terms of eradicating poverty? Do you feel overpopulation is linked into that as well?
Overpopulation might be an effect rather than the cause. But again, I like to go back to opportunities. If, for instance, land reform was good in itself, but land does not grow and the family grows. So if there is not an increase in productivity, with each succeeding generation, there will be a reduction in standards of living. So there have to be other opportunities provided for them. So that's why education is seen as the key.
You've already taken quite a firm stance on family planning issues, which have put you up against the Catholic Church. How do you reconcile that, for example, your own faith as a Catholic, with the fact that you've had to deal with these very secular issues in that manner?
My contention is collectively, society, government has failed, and we have to remind everybody, the child you bring in, you have a responsibility too. So government will enable them, first by educating them as to the responsibilities and reminding them the same. Second, by helping them plan their families, either through artificial or natural means.
But this hasn't made you very popular with the Catholic Church at the moment, who has come out clearly saying that this is not the way things should be done. Do you feel that their role now is a little less important, considering it seems majority of the public agree with your point of view?
I'm hoping that we're headed in the same direction. Sometimes we take different routes towards that direction. I've actually even offered to partner with them. Let's set up natural family planning clinics. My concept is they will be in their seminar, they will be given all of their options, they choose their options, and those that do not have the wherewithal, we will help them out.
There is still this perception of you as an absentee leader, that all of these accomplishments were affected basically by the ministers or the secretaries that you've put in position. How do you feel about that? So
when I chose them, I had no participation. When I'm blamed for everything, I cannot get credit for the successes. And perhaps that's enough. I've purposely chosen that. I don't want a personality cult. And the measure of success has to be your ability to train your successor.
What your critics have been pointing out, though, however, is, and this has been in the papers, is that there are deep divisions within your own core group, and that the fact that you either haven't taken a stand or come down against one or the other group to form a lasting peace within your own government is sign that you aren't much of a leader, let's say, is what's being said.
But I go back, no? If that is the case, then logically you will assume that we will be in a worse situation. I'm being questioned as to my style. I don't call for numerous cabinet meetings. I really don't see the utility of having the entire cabinet sit in on areas that are not their concern.
And do you feel you will be able to finish your term as you had intended without any problems of attempts to be overthrown or indeed attempts at your safety?
Well, the Chinese, I think, have a saying, do not mess with somebody's rice bowl. And we are messing with so many rice bowls. That's all in God's hands.